Hey guys, so today I'm going to start off by putting foundation on my face, and I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation, and I am in the shade Fair Light Honey, and I'm just going to use my Real Techniques buffing brush to put this on. It works really well. The name says it itself, it really buffs out the foundation. I'm just going to go in circular motions to get it all over my face. And you can actually get this brush at Ulta. It's a really good brush and it's really inexpensive. I think I paid maybe like $10 or $11 for mine. It's a really good alternative if you're on a budget and you want a really good foundation brush. I definitely recommend this one. So I'm just finishing up my foundation here. Next thing I'm going to go in with is my concealer. And I'm using the Rimmel Perfect Match Concealer, and I really like this one because it has a brush applicator to it, so it's almost like you don't even have to use a brush. I still did just to blend it out because I do tend to be a little heavy-handed with my concealer, but it works really well. It matched perfectly to my skin tone, and I believe this is only $2 to $3 at the drugstore. And it also works as a highlighter as well. So I'm getting it really close under my eyes, and I'm also going to drag it down my nose. And I'm also going to put it right above my Cupid's bow and then a little bit on my chin as well. And my forehead too, I guess. I'm just going to use another Real Techniques brush to buff this out. I can't remember the name of this one, but it is a little bit more dense than their foundation brush. It's just a little bit more of a dense and smaller version than their buffing brush. And it works really well to pat out all this concealer and really pack it into the skin because it is dense, but yet it's also small, so it's easy to get right under your eye. And I'm also going to bring this concealer onto my eyelid. I use concealer as an eyelid primer rather than an actual eyelid primer. I find that it works best, and it also covers up any discoloration that you have on your eyelids, and it gives it a really nice base for your eyeshadow. So I'm just going to keep buffing this out until I get everything blended in really nicely, because we don't want any fine lines or streaks. Now I'm just going to set my under eye area, and any area I put on concealer in that fact, because I do get oily throughout the day. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me and the Fit Me powder and translucent, and I'm just going to take my Sigma F35 tapered highlighting brush, and I like this brush because it does have a pointed tip, so it's easy to get right under my eye. And I'm going to use that powder and just pat all over the areas that I did put concealer. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my eyes. I like to do this step early on because if I do get any fallout, then I can just swipe it off without putting on, my bronzer or my blush and then having to deal with that after. So I'm just taking a big fluffy brush from Sigma, and I'm actually taking the Cool Tone Brown in the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. And I don't know what, I must have heard something weird in that clip there. But I'm just going to go ahead and put this all into my crease area. In this look, we're really going for a more natural, daytime, everyday sort of look, but still with a little bit of shimmer, just a little bit of glam to it to give our eyes a little something, a little pop. So I am just going to put that in the crease area, and you can drag it down onto your lid because we are going to go on with another color. And like I said, this is a very neutral, easy look, so if you have brown eyeshadow on your lid that's also in your crease, it's totally fine. So we're just going to go on windshield wiper motions in the crease and then bring that down on the lid a little bit. And then after that color, I'm going to go into my Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette from Morphe. And I know that everyone doesn't have this palette, which is totally fine because the colors I'm using from it you can find anywhere. I'm just going to go in with this light brown color here. This one is just a little bit more warm. The color we used before this was just a little bit more cool toned. and it goes for a nice base. And I'm just going to do the same thing with this color to give it a little bit of dimension. When you layer colors, that's really what gives you a nice smoked out effect. It's when you go harshly in with just one color, that's when you get all those harsh lines and you can't get it to blend very well. So we're just going to do the same exact thing with this one. You can bring it down onto your lid a little bit. That's totally fine. And then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of a smaller, denser brush. And I'm going to go in with this really dark brown color. It's like a chocolatey brown. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my outer V area just to give a little bit of dimension on the outer corners of our eye. It's going to give a little bit of a smoky effect, but nothing too crazy. It's just going to give some dimension. And you can drag that into your crease a little bit, but focus on the outer corners, and then whatever the excess is, pull it into your crease. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other eye, just pulling it into the crease slightly, but staying on the outer corner to give it that dimension. I'm just going to go ahead and take a really small smudge brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to take that same chocolatey brown color that we just used, and I'm just going to connect that to the outer V and bring it into my lower lash line. This is going to make everything kind of connect and go around the outside of your eye. And I'm not going to bring this in all the way because we aren't doing a crazy smoky eye look. I just want it to give a little bit of dimension to our lower lash line, but just make sure you connect that dark color to the same color that is in your outer V, so that way everything kind of just connects together. This is what it looks like so far. It's just a really nice naturally look. And actually, we're going to go in with our hands next into this top color in the palette, and it's just a very vanilla champagne shade that has a lot of shimmer in it, and it is gorgeous on the lid. I'm just going to tap that right on the inner corner and moving into the middle of the lid, but no farther out than that. We're just doing this to give a little bit of a dimension, give our eyes just a little bit of a pop, and a little bit goes a long way. So as you can see, I just have a little bit on my finger. I'm tapping it into the middle of my lid and bringing it into my corner a little bit, and then that's it. And I'm just dabbing this in my very inner corners to give myself a little bit of a highlight there. And then I'm going to go in with that same fluffy brush with no extra product on it, and I'm just going to go into my crease and brush it in there just to make sure that I have no harsh lines. And this is what it looks like. I think it's so gorgeous. It's just a really neutral look, but it still gives a little bit of a pop, and it's nothing too crazy. I'm just making sure everything is really blended out. That's the key to looks like this, is you really just want to blend, blend, blend until you get all those harsh lines to go away. I promise if you keep blending, they'll go away. Next for my brow highlight, I'm just going to use this Candlelight highlight from Too Faced, and it has a pink side and a white side to it. I'm going to go ahead and use the white side and just take that fluffy brush and just place this right on my brow bone to give it a really nice highlight. I went in and did my brows. I like to do them off camera just because they take me so long. Let me know if you want to see a brow video. I can definitely do it for you. I just didn't want this video to be crazy long, so I did them off camera. But this is what they look like when I'm finished with them. I am going to go in and curl my lashes now and prep them for mascara. I have really short lashes, so curling them is essential for me because I don't really have a lot to work with my lashes. And I'm just going to go in and coat them once with the new Rimmel the Rimmel Lift Me Up Wonder Lash. I talked about this in my haul video. It works really well, and the scent of it is amazing, and I'm just going to go ahead and coat my lashes twice with this, and I'm going in zigzag motions, sort of like teasing how you would tease your hair. I'm just going to go ahead and tease my lashes to make them a little bit more full, and I'm going in with my first coat here, and then I'll go in with one more coat after that. As you can see, I take my time with my mascara. I'm just going to coat my lower lashes as well. This brush is a tad big for lower lashes, but you can definitely make it work. I'm on the hunt for a lower lash mascara, so if anyone has any ideas or ones that they've tried that work really well that have small brushes, let me know because I am on the search for one. Alright, after I've done my mascara, I am going to go in and do the rest of my face. I'm looking for something and I don't know. Oh, I found it. My blush. I'm going to go in with e.l.f. blush in the color Candid Coral. And I thought this color would be really nice because on me, coral colors look really natural on my skin because of my skin tone. I have yellow undertones. So a peachy color looks really natural on me. And I didn't want anything too crazy because we did have a little bit of shimmer in the eye. And it is a natural look that we're going for. So I didn't want anything too crazy to pop out. And I love this blush. It's e.l.f. Mineral Blush in Candid Coral, and it's only $3 at the drugstore, and it is the most amazing color. It is gorgeous. It goes well with every look. And after that, I am going to go into my bronzing palette. This is the Shade Light palette that we use for our eyes, but instead we're going to go into that warm color that's right in the middle. And I'm not going to contour. I'm just going to put this right, starting at the top of my ear, just right under my blush in that cheekbone area, just to give us a little bit of dimension. I'm not doing anything crazy, no contouring, just bronzing up the face. So I am just going to apply that to the cheeks and buff it in really well with a big fluffy brush. I like using this brush the best because it makes nothing too precise. It just blends everything out seamlessly and you won't have any lines with it. And I am just going to bring it up onto the tops of my forehead just to give myself a little bit of dimension up there as well and to just bronze the face. And as you can see, it just gives you a really nice color on the cheeks. After that, I am going to go in with a highlight. And I'm using my favorite highlight of all time. As you can see, I'm super excited to be using this. This is the Jaclyn Hill highlight that she collaborated with Becca Cosmetics. It is the most beautiful highlight I have ever seen in my entire life. I get goosebumps every time I use it. I've never seen a highlight this color, and it just makes you glow. It goes great with the Candid Coral blush because it is like a peachy champagne color, and it is just insanely pigmented. So just look at that highlight. Look at it. I don't even have lights in front of me. I'm just sitting in front of a window, and this is how much it makes you glow. It is amazing. And I'm just going to put that on the high points of my face, on my tops of my cheekbones, on my nose, a little bit on my cupid's bow, my chin, and then right above my eyebrows. And as you can see, I'm contemplating really hard on what lip color I want to use. I wanted to go for something really natural, so I did end up picking the Milani lip color in Cream Nude, I believe it's called, and it's a pinky nude. I like the pinky nudes better because they go well with my skin tone, and it's just a really natural color. You can almost hardly tell that I have lipstick on, but it just gives a nice wash to the lips. And it really went well with the eye color, nothing too crazy, you know, it matched the cheek. So this is the finished look. As you can see, it just really gives a nice glow to the face. It's really natural. Oh, I forgot something. I wanted to spray myself or give myself a little wash in this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. It just gives you a really nice dewy glow, and this actually can be used as a makeup setting spray as well because it is oil free. So I love how it makes the skin look. It really makes you just look dewy and glowing, and this look is just fantastic. It goes with everything. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a lot. Other than that, I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!